Wait, that 53.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here, right here.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, let's go. I got him, on me.
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now they'll run it with Cohen.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Shadow.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Let's get it together, team.
Bud.
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wait, that 380.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 51 for Mike. 51 for Mike. Double dog.
72.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Wait, that 53. Here we go. Hey, second.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Right there. Yeah.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson caught by Sanu. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
It's free. 23.
Play action. It's Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the draw, this is Cohen. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Well, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. First carry for Peyton Barber. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
61, matchbox right.
Wide, get wide. Joker.
On second down, Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Pilot, 64, weak.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Space. Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, 66.
Brady. And he completes it to Cohen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wait, set. Wide, 20.
Here we go, dude. Here I come again. Here I come again. 51.
Regular. Bravo. Shadow.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
58, come on. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
From the 39, Jackson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready, blue 80. Black 25. Two right here. I got him.
Showing it, showing it.
21. Switch, switch, switch.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check three.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
You better be afraid of me. Shoot. Match box. Right.
Yo.
On third down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Go Bandit.
51, Mike 51. Go, Mike 51.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, let's go. Come.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready. Right 25.
52. Here we go, Steve. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. On first down, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Brady now on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run on second down with Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on third down, Brady. He's got his tight end, Burton. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady, nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw, it's Brady. He's got Burton here. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Shakes off the sack. Able to push his way through to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down. It's Cohen, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. But this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Here's Jackson. Stocker's got it. Complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aaron Lynch able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw is Jackson. Lets it go for Nelson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 7-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Now it's Jackson.
Let's go, defense.
Flush to his
Let's go,
right.
defense.
He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Draw play, Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Now Brady. He finds Robinson, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Back to throw, Brady. Robinson's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball that gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Let's go, fellas.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Check it, reload! Cover!
First throw of overtime for Brady. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. Brady now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. This is Cohen, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game, not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be second down. So much for field goal range. They were going for the jugular right there, just trying to end it.
That was definitely a shot play, as they like to call it, a chunk play, whatever term you want to put on it. They were attacking deep downfield, trying to get to the end zone. Really well defended, going up and knocking it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for Atlanta, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to